Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Great Lakes Regional Virtual Convention. In case you don't know me, I'm Joe Schneider, your regional director. All right, if everybody will please show the proper respect for our Pledge of Allegiance and our prayer, I would appreciate it at this time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. As for our prayer, I'm going to kind of wing this just a little bit. God, as we as Sertomans meet today in this unusual situation, please help us to understand all of the things that are going on and make our coming year better than what our past year has been. We ask these things in your name through Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay, next on the agenda, we're going to have our national message delivered by our President-elect Darrell Cheng and our Executive Director Aaron Ensminger. I will always try to get that right.
You did it just right.
Okay, thank you. All right, your guys are on now.
Hey Janice, this is Darrell. Seems like you've disabled my video. Thank you. Can everybody see me?
We've got you. Janice will have the PowerPoint up in a minute.
Still a little early here in Hawaii.
No.
Pretty dark outside.
I apologize. I'm having some very weird things going on here. Okay, I'm going to. This is not the right one, so don't panic. There, it showed up.
There you go.
Yeah, technology's great. Love it when it works. Okay, run back one there, Janice, please. Aloha and greetings from Kansas City. My name is Darrell Cheng and I am your president-elect. I am a member of the Honolulu Sertoman Club from Honolulu, Hawaii. We are in an interesting and exciting time facing three major crises at once: COVID-19, an economic crisis, and a social crisis, all of which are interrelated in some way. We could not control these events, but what we do will determine how we get through this on the other end. As Randy Pausch, a late professor at Carnegie Mellon University, said, "You cannot change the cards you are dealt. It is how you play your hand." These three events have highlighted many weaknesses in our country. How we address these issues will set the stage for the future. The COVID-19 virus has changed our environment. It is a new normal. We will not get back anywhere to the way it was until we get an effective vaccine. Addressing the COVID-19 problem effectively would have put us on a road to an economic recovery faster. Failure means it will be more painful. The last crisis has been brewing for many years. I can only hope that this country has the moral courage to step up and address the issue. The question is, how is your club adapting to the changes? Have you been able to hold club meetings over Zoom? How is the new normal impacting your meetings? your sponsorships, your fundraisers, and your socials? Have you talked with others and exchanged ideas? Most clubs are experiencing some impact to their operations, some more than others. How do you reinvent your club to adapt to the new normal? Consider this an opportunity to position your club for the future. Keeping our members safe is important. We have many members who are in the most vulnerable groups impacted by the COVID-19 virus. Slide, please, Janice. At the meeting all the way back in August of 2019, your board developed 3 strategic goals that will guide our work. Enhance the value of membership in Sertoma, enhance and develop programs to help clubs with their local work, and unite our clubs into a more cohesive Sertoma organization. I'm proud to say that we've continued our work with those goals in mind. Through task forces and committee work, we've been able to accomplish a lot. We've developed a new process for voting for your regional directors that will expand the number of people who are able to vote. Regional officers will be elected through the same ballot you vote for national officers. We've changed our club building procedure and requirements. We've chartered our first club since 2016, the Pine Belt Women's Sertoma Club of Laurel, Mississippi. We've also had a recognition program that will roll out in the coming weeks to recognize not only the work you do, but at the national level, but your local service as well. We've made some larger changes as well. The national membership classification, which allows people to join Sertoma at the national level, has already changed the complexion of our organization. Sertoma has over 7,000 life members whose clubs have disbanded or have moved away from their clubs. They're still members, but the way our policies were in the past, there was no mechanism for them to talk with us about what they're doing or any way for us to let them know what we're doing. This change immediately created a home for those members in the National Life category. We're now able to send these members publications, and we're able to let them know about new clubs in their area or identify areas where there's a cluster of these folks and help them start a new Sertoma home. Our staff has also developed more than 50 new training modules for your club leadership to use. Most recently, our library has achieved a presentation from a professional meeting planner designed specifically for our clubs. For the new projects we're taking on this year, we've kept our strategic goal in mind. Most importantly, I'd like to talk about our COVID-19 club relief grants. We know your clubs were not realizing the same level of donations you had in the past. So as you've heard, we actually were able to free up $250,000 to help. The deadline to apply has passed, but we're hoping to be able to do more of this kind of thing in the future. I'd like to also talk to you about something we've been working hard at the board level, and that's structure. While the pieces of Vision 2020 went into place last year, we know we're not done. We're continuing the conversation around specialists and also around the roles of directors. How do we define the role of the board, of specialists? Where do they overlap? These are the questions we're asking, and we're looking hard at where we're duplicating our efforts and sadly, where the gaps are showing up. Please be on the lookout for the surveys. I think some of it's already out. We want everyone's input to make the best decisions we can. Thank you, and Aaron and I will stick around for questions and answers later on, unless you have some right now.
Your turn, Aaron.
I'm here to back up Daryl. I just wanted to say again to everyone, just like when I was able to be there last year in person, thank you so much for having us. You know, this is one of those things that I really look forward to, is to being able to interact with members at their own level, you know, and just actually talk to you. You know, my email, my phone are always open to any member of Sertoma, but I'm not sure that people realize that. And so this is my chance to say that, to say straight up that if you've got questions, if you've got thoughts, I'm always here for them, today and any day. My email and my phone number are right out there in the clear, so I encourage you to use them all the time. All right. And
Okay.
Daryl and I will be here. If you've got questions, throw them into the Q&A. We'll make sure we handle them. All right. Thanks so much.
Okay, now we have a guest who asked for a few minutes. Oop. Are we still there?
I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, our guest is B. Gabney, who is the Sertoman National Treasurer, and she's asked for a couple of minutes to let you know that she's throwing her hat in the ring to become our next junior vice president. B, you're on.
Thank you, Joe. Good morning, Great Lakes Sertomans, and I am proud to be a Sertoman. My name is B. Gabani, as Joe said, and I'm a member of the Hearts and Hands Sertoma Club in the Allegheny, Canada region. I'm currently serving as your national treasurer. During these past 4 years, we have been doing great things on the board, and I would like to see them continue. So I have submitted my name for your consideration for junior vice president. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody next year, and I'm looking for your vote come April. Thank you so much for letting me join your convention.
Thanks, B. Appreciate you taking a few minutes of your Saturday morning to join us.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, now about our region. I know that this has not been the year that we all hoped that it would be. Certainly I didn't, but we'll make it through. I'd first like to thank Tom Whitaker, past regional director, and Bill Howell, past regional secretary treasurer, for the smooth transition and that Steve helped Steve do some great record keeping. We'd also like to offer our congratulations to 2 clubs in our region that are celebrating their 50th anniversary, the Utica, Ohio, and the Hickory Hills in Illinois. While we're on the subject of clubs, it is with sadness that, in case you haven't heard, the Decatur, Illinois Sertoma Club has recently disbanded. We've lost a lot of good friends there. I hope that all of you had a chance to apply for a COVID-19 relief grant. Thanks to Michael Brown for getting the information out in a timely manner. Several people stepped up to help things in the region. Past Regional Director Marty McCaslin, Michael Brown, who has been keeping you informed with regional newsletter, Denny Rusher, who will be helping me behind the scenes, and one of my very best friends, which you will meet later. Now, if Janice, if you have a copy of the regional budget and you want to put it up on the screen, I would appreciate it. So that the people can have a quick look at it. If there's any questions about the budget, I have Steve Coop on the line here someplace. Steve, are you here? Oh, there he is.
My dog started to bark just as he started to introduce me.
Okay. All right. I hope everybody can see this, or if they've got a copy of it. And if there's any questions about it, if you'll put it on the Q&A thing there. We will hopefully get your answer for you.
Our budget's based on the, actually, it's about the same that it's been the last couple years, with the only change being an adjustment for our current membership.
There is one question in the Q&A from Ellen Spielring. Exactly what does the region do for our club, and how does it add value?
Joe, I'll let you answer that.
Well, one of the things that we do is when they quit having state directors and district governors, at least in my region, I find it's my responsibility to listen to what the clubs have and try to report that back to the board, or try to help them take whatever action is necessary. I know that when we had the COVID relief grants come out, I went and visited several clubs, talked to some on the telephone, walked them through the grant program, and without telling them about this, they wouldn't have known, I don't think. And so they ended up getting their COVID-19 relief grants. So whatever they want, I'm here to do. Whatever the other directors do, I don't know, but that's what I am. I feel like I'm their representative to whatever they need done. Any other questions?
There are. Greg Lucan is asking, who receives the regional newsletter?
If you haven't got a email address to Michael Brown, it would be a good idea to give it to him, and you will be getting that regional newsletter every time he puts one out. I have to say that Michael is very, very conscientious about when I ask him to put something out there so that the people will know. He gets it out within a day or so. So please see that he gets your email address, or check with your presidents or secretaries and see if they've got it.
All right. And then we have another one from Alan Spellbring. It appears that a large part of the budget is for travel to a national convention. Thus, couldn't this budget be reduced?
Well, it used to be that Sertoman National or International or the headquarters paid for a lot of this, but they don't anymore. So we're responsible for paying for our airfare or transportation and rooms and so on and so forth. So if there was any other way, I know that I couldn't afford to do it were it not for the dues.
And Alan, it's our hope that we'll be able to be back in person next April. Keep your fingers crossed, we hope.
I do too. There's a lot of people that I'd like to meet face to face, and so that I get to know them and so that we understand each other.
Joe, and I do believe that even though a lot of your expenses are paid, that you're still spending some money out of pocket.
Absolutely. Talk to my wife about that too. Anybody else?
The Q&A window is cleared out, so I think
Oh,
that's it.
that's a good thing. All right. Next, I'd like to call on Jerry Lipinski, who will conduct the memorial service for this year. Jerry?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Glad you're all with us and participating in this virtual convention. This memorial service is a celebration of the lives of departed Sertomans. It will be hard to replace the giving that these people contributed in providing service to mankind. Life is one big celebration, a collection of happy moments worth cheering about. Today is a day for celebration as we remember the lives of these Sertomans, lives full of happy moments and achievements worthy of the second cheer. Cheer for the ways they made us feel special and important. Love every moment of life and share that love with those who mean the most to you. Affect change in the world, just as these Sertomans did. Make this world a better place because of how they lived and shared. Be brave, loyal, and caring, just like they were. Advance your career, education, family, or life as a tribute to the impressions they left on us. Thank them for the memories and years of friendship they gave to us. This is no time to mourn. They would not want all the sad and crying as we talk about life. This is the time to celebrate, to dance, sing, eat, and be happy. Let's be glad we've got to be a part of their lives. Let's be thankful for the time we had and memories we carry. Let's be excited about our futures, excuse me, about our futures and how they showed us what life in Sertoma is all about. At this time, I will read the names of the Sertomans that have passed and ring a bell for the end of their loving and giving lives. Robert W. Miller, Anderson Sertoma Club. Walter D. Ballou, Broad Ripple Sertoma Club. Callis P. Niquette, Broad Ripple Sertoma Club. Marcus Ogden, Broad Ripple Sertoma Club. Tom H. Milanu, Broad Ripple Sertoma Club. John Kovac, Dayton Sertoma Club. Paul P. Farrell, East Indianapolis Sertoma Club. Faye McDaniel, East Indianapolis Sertoma Club. Shirley A. O'Neill, East Indianapolis Sertoma Club. Robert L. Barnhart, Lima Sertoma Club. Earl Hershey, Mansfield Sertoma Club. Jerry Pulvermacher, Middleton Sertoma Club. George J. Pappas, Chicago Lawn Sertoma Club and Burbank Sertoma Club. Francis J. Perazzo, Chicago Lawn Sertoma Club. Mike Bradshaw, Chicago Lawn Sertoma Club. John W. Sharp, Jackson County Sertoma Club. Charlie Amers, Jackson County Sertoma Club. John S. Burkhart, Jackson County Sertoma Club. Paul Palumbo, Utica Sertoma Club and Oak Lawn Sertoma Club. Kenneth A. Sorg, Utica Sertoma Club. David A. Imler, Hillsboro Breakfast Sertoma Club. David B. Ray, Hillsboro Breakfast Sertoma Club. George A. Westrick, Taylorville Sertoma Club. James Foltz, Tri-County Sertoma Club. Frank Austin, Utica Sertoma Club. Bruce Hisson, Utica Sertoma Club. Norm Ashcraft, Broad Ripple Sertoma Club. We have a minute of silence for all these people and say our prayers for them and thank them for their service.
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Okay, now it's time for our, what I think is one of our greatest things that we do, is recognize those who do and those who do in Sertoma and those who do outside of Sertoma. I'm going to call on my very good, excuse me, my very good friend, John Potter, who will present our Regional Sertoman of the Year and our Service to Mankind Award winners. John?
Thanks, Joe. The Great Lakes Region Service to Mankind Award recipient is Emma Dillon. She was nominated by the Sertoman Club of Greenwood, Indiana. Emma is 18 years old and a student at Indiana University. Emma was born with a mild hearing impairment. She continued to lose more hearing over time, and she's now considered profoundly deaf. She's not let any of this challenge or any other challenge slow her down. For example, she was a cheerleader since the 6th grade. She weightlifts and competes in powerlifting. She came in 6th in national competition. Let me share some photographs that we found of Emma on her Facebook page. It may make more sense what you're seeing there once I think that I explain a little more about Emma. When she entered 1st grade, she, like other special needs students, received an individual education plan. Her teacher of record was assigned to her for all 12 years of school. Jane Ellen Watkins became Emma's teacher, mentor, cheerleader, second mother, and friend. But Mrs. Watkins passed away from cancer when Emma was a high school freshman. Emma was devastated by the loss of her teacher. She began thinking about what she could do to honor Mrs. Watkins' memory. What was Emma's special talent? Well, she's good at making bows, and that's what you're seeing on the screen. She began making and selling bows at craft fairs, the farmers market, and online at Emma's Bows for a Cure, with all proceeds going to charity. In the past 4 years, she's raised over $45,000. In honor of Mrs. Watkins, Emma has given proceeds to the American Cancer Society for research. She's given money to families of cancer patients in need. She supports Franklin Strong, an initiative started by 2 Franklin High School students when 2 high school students died who were trying to save a friend from drowning. And she sponsors a child in Haiti. Because of Emma's Bows project, she received the Council for Exceptional Children's Yes I Can Award, given nationally to special needs students who excel. And she didn't stop there. Emma formed a Relay for Life team to raise funds to provide services and resources for cancer patients. Emma is a member of the National Honor Society, Mayor's Youth Council, and Johnson County Youth Fellowship. And prior to COVID-19, she planned to go to Honduras on a mission trip to build houses. In her high school speech class, Emma's speech won a national competition award. It was titled, "There's Nothing Wrong with Me." Emma's high school teacher said, having been touched by knowing someone with cancer, she chose to make the world a better place through her donations, time, and hard work. And isn't that really what service to mankind is all about? Congratulations to this year's Regional Service to Mankind Award winner, Emma Dillon. And let me share and Joe, I know you'll be getting the award to Emma. Let me move on to our Sertoman of the Year for the region. This year, the recipient is Diane Long from the Sertoman Club of Springfield, Illinois. Diane retired as a registrar at the University of Illinois in Springfield. She's been a Sertoman member for only about 3 years, but has brought energy and enthusiasm as a member of the board and has been instrumental in several key programs. And the club was kind enough to share some photographs. Let me bring those up for you. There's a picture of Diane. Diane is chair of the club's hearing aid request program, completed extensive updates to the application materials, worked with her committee to develop a policy manual, streamlined the established process, and made processing and fitting of hearing aids more efficient for those who qualify. Also, Diane is an integral part of the scholarship committee. She developed new policies, procedures, and application materials for this recently reactivated college scholarship program for students on the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral levels in the fields of deaf education, audiology, speech pathology, and communication disorders. What you're seeing on the screen now is Diane when she learned that she was named as Sertoman of the Year by her club. Well, let me go on to say that this scholarship program she worked on would have taken much longer to revive without her background and knowledge of working with universities. the first recipients receiving funds this year. Diane was also an important part of the website committee and helped make the club website a useful tool for many club needs, including the scholarship application process. She's been a member of the Celebrate Sound planning committee every year since joining the club. She's volunteered with a local youth golf tournament for many years and also with an LPGA tournament held at a local golf club. She's an active member in the Springfield Ski and Travel Club, where she recently served as the volunteer tour leader for a week-long tour of Scotland and England, leading the activities of a group of over 30 members. Before retirement, Diane was active for many years in her statewide professional association, the Illinois Association of Collegiate Registrars and Administration Officers, and she served as its president in the 1990s. That organization has recognized her as a legend in higher education. When asked about her service to the golf tournaments, Diane told a reporter, "It's not just because I get a lot out of it. It's because they need volunteers. The event wouldn't be successful if you didn't have volunteers." And that, too, describes Sertoma perfectly well. Congratulations to Diane Long, Great Lakes Region Sertoman of the Year. Joe?
Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Thanks, John. I appreciate all your hard work that you did for that. And I will be meeting with the club, the Springfield, Illinois Sertoma Club in later in October. I think it's October the 18th, when they have a outdoor social. And I am making arrangements to meet with the Greenwood Sertoma Club to present these awards to the winners of this year's Sertoman of the Year and Service to Mankind. Thank you. I now call on past international president Eddie D to give us a report on the annual fund. Eddie? You didn't go home, Eddie, did you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Edwin Długoszewski, better known as Eddie D, because it's so difficult to pronounce. And I'm excited to be here today to talk about Sertoma's mission and with my fellow Sertomans in the Great Lakes region. And I am indeed proud to be a Sertoman. I hope there are many, many people clapping at this point. Sertoma's mission. Okay, do we have a slide anywhere, folks, or not? Okay, perhaps not. Sertoma's mission is to improve the quality of life today for those at risk or impacted by hearing loss through education and support. I would urge you to, if you don't memorize your mission statement, put it on a piece of paper, put it in a safe place in your wallet or your purse, and indeed be ready to tell people what your mission statement is should they be asked you in any other circumstance. Now, let me tell you about how Sertoma still helps Americans and the world hearing health. I will remind you that we're going through this as a process like installation of officers. We need a reminder of what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we are doing this. So it looks like they're trying to find a slideshow. Unless I need to click on that, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, we will continue. House Sertoma, okay, we've done that one already. Okay, that's where we're at. Thank you so very much. Through the work of our members and clubs, Sertoma helps in 4 ways: with philanthropy through the annual fund, with Safe Ears, and an awareness and education program, and through Hearing Charities of America. We have a sound investment and advocacy program and a hearing aid project, a direct services program. Sertoma's philanthropic offers through the annual fund are: adopt an agency, helps nonprofit hearing health organizations across the country with their hearing health services. It is a network of nonprofit hearing health organizations that share the same mission and goals, helping expand awareness and impacting individuals with communicative disorders. Affiliates are eligible for both professional education grants and community grants. Grant programs inside Adopt an Agency. Community grants help our affiliate organization with hearing health programs and projects. Grants are between $2,500 and $5,000. Professional education grants are for $425. They enable affiliate staff members to attend conferences and trainings. Affiliate organizations are traditionally adopted by a Sertoma club, which means the Sertoma club pays the $200 annual fee. Scholarships. Sertoma offers two types of scholarships: hard of hearing and deaf scholarships. These scholarships help students with profound hearing loss achieve their dreams. Communicative disorder scholarships. These scholarships help get more audiologists and speech pathologists into our communities. Our awareness and education program is Safe Ears. It is a preventative program for noise-induced hearing loss. The program strives to motivate kids and adults to prevent noise-induced hearing loss. Safe Ears is designed to be presented in many different environments like schools and workplaces. With Hearing Charities of America, we have our advocacy program is a sound investment. It is a public awareness campaign with the goal of advocating for induction loops for public address and amplified systems in public facilities, making sound accessible to those who use hearing-assisted devices with T-coils. It does not pay for the induction loop, but helps people in the community advocate for the inclusion of induction loops in spaces where public address systems are used successfully. Sertoma provides direct services through our partner charity, Hearing Charities of America Hearing Aid Project. Hearing Aid Project helps provide low-income individuals the access to needed hearing aids and related services that otherwise are not available due to cost. Collects used hearing aids and refurbishes the best of the best hearing aids to give our qualified recipients. How can we do all this mission-based hearing health programming? Each gift, through the annual fund, each gift, large or small, makes a difference in these programs and the people's lives. It is easy to make your annual fund donation by texting your region's text to donate code to 321. So it's 44-321. Or to the Great Lakes region, as you see there, the GLAKES annual fund. Thank you. Next slide, please. Meet Samuel. He received a Sertoma scholarship so he could start his freshman year at Emory University, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. He was raised by a supportive, loving single mother that support them on a teacher's salary. Samuel had many challenges along the way. Born with bilateral hearing loss, had a father that was abusive, neglectful, and an alcoholic. His family floated at or below the poverty level line most of his childhood. But Samuel overcame these many other challenges along the way. He has a 4.0 GPA. He was the president of high school's National Honor Society, vice president of the Young Men's Service League, was awarded the Gold Medal Presidential Service Volunteer Award. He looks happy in the picture, and he is, because he is fulfilling his dream to go to college. We as Sertomans came together and made this scholarship happen for Daniel. In the 2019-2020 year Sertoma year, the annual fund gave out 40 deaf and hard of hearing scholarships to undergrad students like Daniel. On top of that, the annual fund gave 40 communicative disorder scholarships to graduate students working to become audiologists or speech pathologists, and 17 community grants ranging from $2,500 to $5,000 to nonprofit hearing health organizations all across the United States. Together, we as Sertomans make the annual fund a big player in America's hearing health community. Pat yourselves on the back, folks, because that's a good job. Annual fund donor levels. The sponsor is $1,000 plus. The donor receives a pin in the tab. They're all going to be receiving a pin in the tab until we get down to others. So benefactor, $500 to $999. Patron, $250 to $499. Fellow, $125 to $249. And other, $1 to $124. This is a good time to talk about fellow pins and pledge sheets. The 2020-21 fellow pin is structured here with a blue background and a raised star. Member gets a fellow pin if they make a donation of $125 or above. If a member makes patron, benefactor, sponsor level, they get a gift tab and it's added to their pin. The new one with the it says you're a star. I was rather pleased. Somebody said, "Oh, somebody thinks I'm a Sertoma star, and I'm getting this pin." That was pretty neat. I don't know who designed that, but kudos to you. All right, the annual fund donor club levels. 100% clubs get recognized for the annual fund gifts. 100% early bird, $25 per club member by December 1st. 100% club, $25 per member after December 1st. 100% fellow club, $120 per club member. Club receives a medallion. Each member receives a fellow pin. 100% patron club, $250 per club member. Club receives a medallion. Each member receives a fellow pin. Sponsor club, $1,000 gift plus $1,000 plus gift. The club receives a medallion, and benefactor club, $500 plus gift. Club receives also a medallion. Make sure clubs know that they can use sponsor funds for these gifts. And let me repeat that again. These gifts can come can use sponsor funds for these gifts. Clubs can also receive a memorial medallion if there are more than $500 in memorial donations for one of their members. Okay, 2021 goals. There is a list that you see there. It's sponsor, we're looking at $18,000. Benefactor, $15,000. Patron, $5,000. Fellow, $32,000. And other, $120,000, a goal of $190,000. If every Sertoman gave the fellow level, over $1 million could be available to help America's hearing health initiatives reach communities across the country. Think about what impact that would make. Now, to make that sound a little bit easier for you when you say $125 per member across the country, I just took that $125 divided by 12 months equals $10.42 a month. Divided by 30 days, it amounts to 35 cents a day. We probably put our change in a piggy bank jar or an ashtray every day. And if you want to do it, like my Catholic church said one time, coins are too noisy, we want silent collections. Just make it $1 every 3 days. And if we all did that, we'd have $1 million plus for our annual fund. Consider it and do the same thing. Do the same process with the benefactor and fellow, etc. And if we did that as a sponsor, we'd have $9 million in our coffers, folks. Next slide, please. Other ways to help. Last year, the Sertoma board noticed a lot of our clubs were not doing much for May Better Hearing and Speech Month. So they created a task force of Sertomans to develop a low-cost project for clubs across the country could use to participate in May Better Hearing and Speech Month 2021. Sertoma and Hearing Charities of America and Sertoma have partnered together to help Sertoma clubs around the country. get a low-cost, high-quality portable looping devices for hospital or clinic in their community. How this project worked is, from now until January 29th, Sertoma clubs can purchase portable info loops directly from Contacta, that's CONTACTA, at a discounted rate. Clubs can take the funds of their portal info loop from their existing sponsorship fund, or they can hold a special fundraiser for just this purpose. In April, Contacta will ship each club the portable info loops they have ordered, so Sertoma clubs across the country can give them to local hospitals or clinics during May Better Hearing and Speech Month. And here are some facts about the portable info loops. Are small desk-type induction loops, great for one-on-one conversations. They are about the size of a 3-ring binder. Gives us good publicity if we're able to do that, folks. Keep that in mind. And this is again from now till January 29th. Thank you. And wait, and it also has a rechargeable battery. I'm sorry, we went a little bit too quickly there. Sertoma staff has worked hard to keep the cost of those portable info loops low. Clubs can purchase them for less than $300. This is a great way for Sertoma Club to get involved with the Sound Investments Program at a very low cost, and a great way for your club to participate and make the difference during the next Better Hearing and Speech Month. For questions about national service projects, please contact Brian Regal at headquarters at 816-608-1065. I'll repeat that, 816-608-1065, or to B Regal, all in small letters, at sertomahq.org. Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. Other ways to help. Celebrate Sound is a national awareness raising and fundraising event created to help promote hearing health in our communities. Clubs can use tools provided to create a fun and memorable event, promote hearing health, raise funds for their club, and support our national hearing health mission. A Celebrate Sound does not have to be a walk. Clubs have used this event platform in many ways, including community picnics and volcano climbing. In these times of social distancing, Celebrate Sound can help you organize a virtual event. Were you aware that the split has changed? Clubs now retain 60% of the revenues. That's a 10% increase from before. Celebrate Sound supports Sertoma grants, scholarships, and your local community. Tools provided by Sertoma Sound are a step-by-step event instruction, t-shirt design, event webpage setup, design and support, online event registration and donations, online tracking of event participants, donors, and sponsors, insurance through a national provider, professional staff report, and this is certainly an easy way for your clubs to raise funds to help what needs in your club, support Sertoma's hearing health mission, bring your club attention from new volunteers and donors. And other ways to help. The Hearing Aid Project is a great way for your club to get involved with our partner charity, Hearing Charities of America. And our current president is Cheryl Cherney in our Hickory Hills Club. This is low cost to your club, but a great benefit for your community. This program provides refurbished hearing aids to low-income individuals and is a great benefit for your community. People with hearing loss tend to isolate themselves. Let's improve the quality of their life today. Clubs can hold hearing aid drives or set up collection centers for hearing aids in their community. Help recruit local audiologists to serve local aid project recipients. Let community organizations know about the Hearing Aid Project so they can refer people in need to our project. Do a Celebrate Sound event on the Hearing Charities banner and support the Hearing Aid Project. Do a personal fundraiser to ensure at least one person gets a hearing aid, $500, Include the hearing aid project information at the event. Your club can bring safe ears and a sound investment to your community. Headquarters has resources to help your club with each of these projects. Safe Ears, start a Safe Ears program to a local school or a workplace. A sound investment. Advocate for getting an induction loop in a church or a public space. Other national service projects that could want what for your club to start participating in sound investment. Headquarters has resources to help with your club and each of these projects. Remember your annual fund gift. Funds grants and scholarships, funds and national programming. Your annual fund gifts change lives, and it does that, really does that. Ways you can donate to the annual fund. There are several ways you can donate to the annual fund and help your region with its goal. Again, mail checks to Sertoman Annual Fund at 1912 East Meyer Boulevard, Kansas City, Missouri, 64132, or text it to the Great Lakes Annual Fund to 44-321, or go online to donate at members.sertoma.org at Make a Gift. And finally, it says, thank you for giving us time to talk with you. And does anyone have any questions? And Sertomans are always welcome to contact Brian Regal at your national office regarding the annual fund with the previously said numbers of 816-608-1065, B Regal in small letters at sertomahq.org. I especially thank you for your time and listening. And I am indeed proud to be a Sertoman. Thank you. Joe? Or questions? I don't know.
It looks like you covered everything, Eddie. There's no questions.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, as you heard earlier, if you do have any questions, Aaron gave you the input that he is willing and able to listen to all of you. So I am a profound advocate of calling Aaron because I do that often. It's like, and he's always there to ask and help and assist. So don't be afraid to talk to our executive director. He's a nice guy. All right. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. Now I'd like to call on Cheryl Cherney, past international president and president of the Hearing Charities of America, to give her report. Cheryl?
Hello, everybody.
Morning, Cheryl.
How's everybody doing today? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, or at least I can.
Great. And so I want to say hello. My name is Cheryl Cherney, and I'm proud to be a Sertoman. I can hear us clap in Hawaii. I can hear one in Colorado. I could hear it on the East Coast. Pretty exciting, guys. I'm proud to be a member of the Great Lakes region, and I'm proud to be a member of the Hickory Hills Sertoma Club. So thank you for having me here today. My computer is getting used to all this technology. 1,481. That's the number of lives that the partnership between Hearing Charities of America and Sertoma have changed for the better in the last year. Our staff have fielded 1,325 calls from people in all 50 states asking for help. And we've been able to connect them with national or local resources, many times Sertoma clubs, to get this assistance that they need. And the Hearing Aid Project has directly helped 156 more people get fitted with new or refurbished hearing aids and the services they need to hear the world around them. The Hearing Aid Project. It was founded in 2000, no, it was, yeah, 2016, it is our signature program. Its singular goal is to help people who need hearing aids but can't afford them, and they need help. The hearing aid project's first 2 years were able to provide hearing aids for 71 people. The next year, it was 114 people. Last year, we helped 156 people, and this year we're hoping to pass the mark of 200 people. Good job, Sertomans. So, what happens when somebody contacts the Hearing Aid Project? First, we help them navigate the local resources, including any Sertoma clubs or sponsored clinics in their area. The vast majority of our calls are ended here, and we're able to connect people with lots of resources that can help them. If we can't find help locally, we can help them apply for hearing aids through the Hearing Aid Project. Once they're approved, the next phase begins. We connect them with an audiologist and locals to help them. We send hearing aids from our bank, and they get fitted by our partner audiologists. What makes this possible? Hearing Charities of America does. What we do is we receive outside donations and grants for about $28,000. And the last year, none of this would be possible without the help of Sertomans and Sertoma clubs like you from all around the country. We rely on you to collect used hearing aids, build awareness of what we do, and yes, to fundraise. Sertomans founded Hearing Charities of America and continue to serve in its leadership. Imagine what kind of publicity we could have for Hearing Charities of America and Sertoma by providing 300 medical offices with different types of devices. So this year, we are partnering with Sertoma in one way to celebrate May's Better Speech and Hearing Month. Along with Sertoma, we're asking every club to purchase at least one portable looping system to donate to a hospital or a medical office in their local community. These devices, about the size of a phone book, and you heard it a little bit earlier in our convention, serves as small looping systems, which means they can broadcast directly to a hearing aid. We have secured a discount from the manufacturer less than $300 as long as you place your order before January 29th. And that's coming up soon. You can order on sertoma.org or download the forms to mail and put it in the mail. What's next? These are just some of the ways we can partner with Sertoma and Hearing Charities of America's recent strategic planning session. We're looking for even more. There's one key example, and I'd like to personally ask for your help. You know that many of the clubs have your own very successful hearing aid programs, some of them encompassing entire states. We also know that you've been working at cross purposes, and we'd like to instead work together. If your club or region operates a hearing aid program, let us know. And if somebody from headquarters contacts you to find out about your program, help connect us with the right people. We want to make sure that we're all working together to help people around the country and that we're not competing against each other. Thank you so much for your time. We know that there's still lots of questions about Hearing Charities of America and its relationship to Sertoma. I'm hoping that you can take what we've talked about today and be proud. 1,481 people have received hearing aids because of the organizations that you've founded and have supported. we've been hoping with your help to do a lot more. Thank you very much. And I want to personally invite you to attend the Celebrate Sound event that we're having after the convention. What we're going to do for fun is we're going to have a trivia contest. But initially, for like the first 10 minutes, we want to give everybody the opportunity to get together, sort of like what we do in the hospitality room, and just chit chat. So I want to invite everybody to the Celebrate Sound after party. And in addition to that, I would like to ask everybody to generously donate $20 to be a part of this Celebrate Sound event. So here we go. Here's the t-shirt that has Celebrate Sound on it. And I want to thank you very much. I will put the link to get on the next Zoom call to have, so that we could all see each other, interact, talk, just like our hospitality room. And then after our event, I would like to ask you to make a donation so that we could all raise $5,000 today. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheryl. If anybody has any questions for Cheryl? You must have covered it all, Cheryl, because nobody seems to have any questions. Okay, now I'd like to recognize our Michelin specialist for 2019-2021 in the Great Lakes region. They're Eddie D., who you just heard, Cheryl Cherney, who you just heard, and Bob Ware. Thank you for contributing your time, which is always, always very important. So now, next thing on the agenda is we have our report for the hopefully in-person 2021 Great Lakes Regional Convention. And the chairman of that convention, just like this one, is Jerry Lipinski. Jerry? Ah, there we are. We can see your whole face this time, Jerry.
I was hiding, you know.
I know that.
Have hungover. No. Pending the outcome of the virus and when things return to a semblance of normality, I will begin planning the 2021 Great Lakes Regional Convention. If the country was not shut down, we would be enjoying Bloody Marys right now in Naperville, Illinois, celebrating an all-inclusive party at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Express in the heart of Naperville. Room rates were $90, which included breakfast. The convention registration of $150 would have included all meals, drinks, and even Friday night entertainment. The Naperville Convention Bureau was furnishing a gift bag with a visitor's guide, dining guide, and the downtown directory and how to do the Naperville trolley ride. Besides all the places to see in Naperville, you will only be 10 minutes from the Morton Arboretum and 15 minutes from Cantigny Park, a beautiful 500-acre legacy of Colonel Robert R. McCormick, which was his home, and today is a place of some spectacular gardens, fascinating museums, and even a championship golf course. You may want to come early and stay late with all these great opportunities to visit and enjoy. Hopefully we can have the convention in 2021 and we can all come out and enjoy our Midwest area. I do not know if the rates in the hotel and registration will remain the same, but I do not see them appreciably increasing. I look forward to putting on this convention this year, and I'm really sad that we weren't able to do it. But hopefully we can do it next year and enjoy each other twice as much. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. About the time all of this is done, I'll have learned how to do this virtual stuff here. But I know I see down here that we've got some questions. Um, I had one that I asked somebody, okay, here's one. It says, it's not a question, but a motion to accept the budget. That's the second one. And then there's a second motion to accept the regional budget.
Joe, I've got a suggestion for you. I'm gonna suggest that we approve your budget via email vote within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, that's good. Thanks, Aaron.
You bet.
Also, I had a question for you, Aaron, from Marty McCaslin.
You bet. I saw that.
All right. Are you there, Marty? Okay.
I saw that from Marty. Joe, if you'd like me to just talk for a little bit, I can riff for a while and freestyle.
Okay, if you would do that, I would appreciate it.
Happy to.
I know that there's a lot of people out there that's just trying to get out and do their lawns and garbage and garage gutters in their house and you know, mowing their lawn and things, and they'd really love to hear you talk.
You bet. This is great stuff. So I'm happy to. You know, it's Marty's question was he wanted to hear something from me about my first year. So I'm happy to talk about it. Now it's hard to talk about the entire year without talking about the last 6 months or so. You know, when we study for my certified association executive credential, you learn about crisis planning. And honestly, it's one of those things that you learn about. You get some principles in your head, you answer the questions, and you move on. And lo and behold, little did I know how important that education would be. You know, your first year in a job is usually get to know the board, get to know the organization, learn the culture. And so the only other things we've had to do so far this year is navigate a pandemic that closed our office for about 3 months. Took this meeting, our annual meeting, and all the other region ones, and so many other club meetings online. So not too much, but we managed to make it through. You know, it's my hope that it's clear that we've been able to weather this storm relatively successfully. You know, taking everything online this year has been really actually a blessing in disguise in that we've been able to revamp some of our processes and the way that we communicate. Hopefully you've seen more communication coming out of our office and seen that we're a little bit more accessible than we've been in the past. And also one of the things that you'll find if you go and look at the contact information online is you'll see that we each have our own direct phone numbers now. What that allows us to do is to move away from the office at a moment's notice. If you call my office phone and I happen to not be there, it shows up right here. And that's the case for all of us in the office. So we're able to shut down if we need to at a moment's notice. Everything now is virtual. We can work the exact same way within the office as without. And in case you can't tell, I am clearly not in the office this morning. So it's been a really interesting year and a great year with that. Now, to back up, I was lucky enough to be able to go to almost all of the regional conventions, which I'm really excited about. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to do that before we did shut down. I've learned so much about the organization. And really, it's been nice to have affirmed that everything that we're doing at the board level, I think is still the right way to go. You know, we made the decision that Sertoma is about members. And our job at the national level is to reinforce and support what you're doing locally as much as possible. We were able to do that with the COVID grants. And as Daryl pointed out, we've got some other things in the works that you'll be seeing to do the exact same thing. One thing that hasn't been mentioned yet today, it's kind of a really neat program. I see too many clubs spending a lot of time revising bylaws or revising policy. We've been working on a system that will allow you to go online and select which officers you have, what sorts of things you do, and it will generate your bylaws, policies that you can then take and make final edits to. So hopefully get that process done a lot faster. If you've ever worked with me closely, you know that your bylaws stay, policies get revised often. And so the quicker and easier that we can make that process, the better. So that should be coming live within the next month or so. Amy's putting the final touches on that one. We've had some staffing changes. See Aubrey putting out our publications now. One of the most interesting staffing changes, though, has been on the HCOA side. We had previously had one staff member who worked with the Hearing Aid Project exclusively, and that was her job. She moved on to another organization in Kansas City. We were able to replace her with 2 part-time positions, and we are staffing those 2 part-time positions with students from the KU Med Center in audiology. So they're students that would be working with the project anyway, who are working part-time. And so what that means is we have a really fantastic perspective. The 2 students that we have working right now, Sharin is one of them. She is 8 months away from being a full audiologist, so she's already seeing patients. And then we have Savannah, who has just started her audiology degree, but has a speech language pathology degree. So we have a great perspective now in the office that we've never had before. So I'm very excited to be able to do that. Looking at some of these, hey, Dom, you're asking about regional conventions. Did I go to any regional conventions in 2020? I'm here to tell you that absolutely no region was in person. And so I have been at every single regional convention in 2020, just like this. That's one thing that I am glad for, is to be able to have this opportunity to do that. And I just want to know, I want you to know, Daryl said it, Eddie D has said it, and that truly, I am here for you at any point. I had some great conversations with some clubs in the region, and anytime that your club would like to have me as a speaker, would like to just sit down with your executive committee, do some planning, I'm always available, willing to do it, happy to do it. So give me a shout whenever you can. Thank you so much for having me, and have a great rest of your meeting.
Thanks very much, Aaron. And I'm here to tell you, if you haven't experienced a sit down with Aaron, before I took this job, I met with him in Lima and asked him a whole bunch of pointed questions that had been on my mind, and he was very forthcoming in letting me know that no matter what, if I had a question or a problem, all I had to do was just get in contact with him and we would talk it out. And that has happened since this is my first year again on the board. So much different than when I was on the board the last time, but he's helped me through this, and I have to tell you, I am enjoying it. So Aaron, from me to you and your staff, thank you very much for all of the help that you gave. And especially, I want to thank Janice for helping me navigate this thing when the other day we had a big problem and I couldn't get on there for the rehearsal. And it seems like everything's going pretty well today. And if there are any other questions from anybody?
It doesn't look like there are any. Some thank you comments.
Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate it.
Any other questions?
It doesn't appear so.
Okay. So I'd like to thank everybody who took their time on this Saturday when you could have been out there mowing the lawn, cleaning the garage, cleaning out the gutters in time for winter, to spend time with other Sertoman members of the region for this, our first virtual convention. If at any time I can help you with anything, please don't hesitate to call. My telephone number is 614-975-4529. And I will get right back to you and do anything else I can for you. Now, if there's no other questions or comments, thank you for an hour and 15 minutes of your time, and I declare this 2020 convention closed.